Welcome to all of you in a new course, Breeding Management in Queen. In today's lecture, we will discuss some important characteristics of the queen and basics about estrous cycle. So these are some important characteristics which we must know before we move to estrous cycle. Let's discuss the first one. When a queen will reach to puberty. This can be explained on the basis of her weight and age. So when she attains 80% of her body weight, it will be the start of puberty. And in case of age, puberty occurs at 6 to 9 months. We must be aware of the fact that purebred queens attain late puberty as compared to crossbred and domestic queens. Similarly, free-living queens attain early puberty as compared to those living at home. Next is breeding time. Although queens start estrous cycle at 6 to 9 months, breeding must not be start before 1 year and after 7 years. Because estrous cycle is irregular at these ages, so it can lead to different problems like abortion, small litter size, and congenital defects. Next is the season. On the basis of repetition of cycle per year, animals have three categories. Those who repeat their cycle only one time per year, they are called monoestrous. For example, average number of bitches are monoestrous. Similarly, those who repeat their cycle throughout the year are polyestrous. Another category is seasonal polyestrous. We say mainly there are two seasons in 1 year, summer and winter. So those animals which repeat their cycle again and again in summer, they are summer season polyestrous, and those which continually repeat their cycle in winter are called winter season polyestrous. Summer season polyestrous are also known as long day breeder because the day length in summer is large, and winter season polyestrous are also called short day breeder because day length is small in winter. So out of these two, queen is summer season polyestrous or long day breeder. An important point is when winter start, summer season polyestrous stop repeating their cycle and goes to anestrous. Okay, now we will discuss some basics of estrous cycle. The stages of estrous cycle in queen are proestrus, estrus, diestrus, and anestrus. Another fifth stage present in queen is known as interestrus. Estrous cycle of queen is highly variable and dependent on ovulation. Queen is induced ovulator, so it is dependent on mating or external stimulation for ovulation. So if proper mating or external stimulation not occur, there will be no ovulation. Similarly, if proper mating or external stimulation occur, it leads to ovulation. So sequence of estrous cycle will be different in both these cases. First we talk about the estrous cycle when no ovulation occur. So what happened? Proestrus proceed to estrus. No ovulation. The next stage is interestrus. From interestrus, there are three possibilities of the cycle. 20% chances are that queen move to proestrus and again repeat the cycle. Means proestrus to estrus and estrus to interestrus. While 80% chances are that queen will directly move to estrus and repeat the cycle. Means estrus to interestrus and from interestrus back to estrus. Both these sequences are within the season. Now, if the interestrus occur when the day length start decreasing, means season ending. From interestrus, queen will not move to proestrus or estrus. Instead, she will move to anestrus. So, when the anestrus time complete and day length start increasing, again the queen may move to proestrus and repeat her cycle, or directly move to estrus and repeat her cycle. This was the detail of estrus cycle when no ovulation occurs. Now look at the sequence when ovulation occurs. In this case, proestrus leads to estrus, and after ovulation, next stage is diestrus. Important is how this ovulation occurs, means in response to mating or external stimulation. So if ovulation occurs in response to mating, queen will be pregnant in the diestrus and it will end after parturition. Similarly, if ovulation occurs in response to external stimulation, queen will be pseudo-pregnant throughout the diestrus. Okay, when diestrus end within season, the queen will move to proestrus or directly to estrus, as we discussed before. And if the diestrus end at the end of season, queen will move to anestrus. And after completing the anestrus, it will again move to proestrus or estrus. Hopefully, now you people have an idea about different possibilities of the estrus cycle. Watch my next video for detail about the stages of estrus cycle. Also like and subscribe the channel and